Let's talk about investing in shares. I made an online course there a few years ago, about 4 years ago, I think, to 2021. And it was basically how to invest in shares for maximum profit. Now, I've been investing in shares since I was a student of commerce in UCD when I was 17, way back in the 1980s. And I've been investing in shares since then. But as I say, a few years ago, I made this online course, Investing in Shares for Maximum Profits, I think it was called. And it was an online course involving an explanation or an introduction, as it were. Let me just check here because I want to see what the videos, what's in it. It was an introduction to investing in shares. And basically, there was a number of videos. There's actually 20 videos or 21 videos, 20 videos in total. And the videos covered things like, number one, advantages of the small investor, 2, risk, the share investment right for you, 3, personal circumstances, 4, timing the market, the wrong question, 5, picking winners, how to pick a good share, 6, research and researching the company, 7, understanding the company's business, 8, shares to avoid, 9, the price earnings ratio, the critical role of earnings, 10, what's the company's story, 11, analysing the company, taking a closer look, 12, share analysis, a summary and recap, 13, your portfolio, 14, stupid comments about shares you need to ignore, 15, when should you sell a share, 16, a recap, 17, how I choose shares now, which hasn't changed a whole lot, quite frankly. Then there was bonus videos involving or including bonus video number 1, Davy Select Share Platform Review. I have an account with Davies and you'll see that in a minute. Bonus video 2, the Gyro Share Platform Introduction. I had an account with the Gyro Share Platform. It's a useful one to be familiar with as well, low cost. Bonus video 3, how to buy shares on the Gyro platform. And 4, taxation essentials. That particular course, the online course, I had it hosted on a site called Teachable, and it sold quite well. But at the end of year 1 or at the end of year 2, Teachable was quite expensive for hosting, and quite frankly, at the end of one of the years, I was facing a fairly significant cost outlay at the beginning of the year to host it, and I just felt it was a bit prohibitive, a bit expensive, and I didn't bother with it, and I just left it and dropped the course. Recently then, in the last, say, 6 months or so, I've had a number of comments, a number of queries rather, from people contacting me on some social media sites, asking me, is my shares course still available, etc., etc. And I said, no, it's not. I stopped selling it there a year ago or 2 years ago or whatever. And then I looked into it one weekend and I actually saw that I actually had all of the material, all the videos, etc., etc. still. And I decided then I'd do a bit of research and I looking around and to see where I could actually publish it and host it at a competitive price. And I found a place called gumroad.com. And gumroad.com is a useful platform because it allows you to host the platform or host your course rather there, and they take a cut when you sell, but there's no upfront costs, as it were, so there's no prohibitive upfront or ongoing costs. So I've revived my course. I have it on gumroad.com now. It's, I believe, a very useful course, and the investment strategy that I have used for shares has served me very, very well, and I'm going to look at that now, and I'll show you in February 2025 the returns that I'm getting from my share portfolio. So if you look on the screen there now, you'll see it. This is my Davy portfolio, and you'll see that I have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 shares listed there, and you'll see over on the right hand side the gain or loss, and you'll see the yield. So the first share you'll see is Barclays, and you'll see that I have a gain there of 157%. You'll see BP then is the next share. I have a gain of 103%. Then I've got HSBC Holdings. I have a gain of 48.65%. Then I've got Lloyds Banking Group, and I have a gain of 45%. And then I've got Temple Bar Investments. I have a gain of 102%. In other words, I doubled my money. And then down at the bottom there, international equity, you'll see that I've got Amazon, which has shown a gain of 46%. And then I've got one Turkey, Axmin Inc., and you'll see that's a loss of 100%. I've lost all my money on that. But the good news is my investment in that was only around €500. So I'm not too concerned about that. But if you look on the right hand side there, you'll see the overall gain for European equities has been 61.19%. And that's over the last 3 years or so. And you'll see on the right hand side, further right there, you'll see the yield. In other words, each of these shares, because they are blue chip bank shares in the main, provide an income, a dividend income, and you'll see the yield there on the right hand side. So it's 2.76% for Barclays, then 5.61 for BP, etc., etc. Then down at the bottom there's no yield because Amazon don't pay dividends. Bottom line is, you'll see that my gain or loss for the European equities has been 61%, and my gain or loss on the international equities has been 42.26%, and that's taking into account 100% loss on that particular share, Axmin. Now, if we go back and have a look at, and this gives you an insight into my philosophy for purchasing and investing in shares. Firstly, I buy and hold. So that's, up front, I'll be honest with you, I don't trade them, I don't flip them, I don't do day trading or any of that nonsense. I buy and hold, and I buy decent shares. You'll see these shares, the European equities, Barclays, it's a bank, BP, blue chip, HSBC is a bank, Lloyds Banking is a bank, and Temple Bar, I don't even know what they do, quite frankly. But you'll see 4 out of those 5 internet or European equity shares are absolute rock solid blue chip shares. These shares you can buy and hold, and you really don't have to be too concerned about getting wiped out or having sleepless nights. Then further down you'll see Amazon, which I believe is actually a blue chip share, and then Axmin got wiped out. This gives you a sort of a little insight into my philosophy, my overall philosophy. You'll see this is February 2025. That's my Davies portfolio in February 2025, and the course itself is available on gumroad.com. There is, and I'm so confident about the course that it's good value, that it's actually useful, that I'm giving a 100% 30-day money-back guarantee. As I say, there's 17 plus 3 bonus or 4 bonus videos. There's 21 videos in total, and it ranges. It's a very good introduction to investing in shares for maximum returns. I think you'll find it useful if you check it out. And that's the course, my investing in shares course. You might be interested in it. If you have an interest in shares, if you have an interest in learning about shares and investing in shares and getting a return from shares, then I believe in this course. I think it's quite good. I think it's good value. So have a look at it. You'll be able to link, or you'll be able to find it on my website, businessandlegal.ie, and you'll also find it you'll find it on gumroad.com. Just look for terrygorry.gumroad.com and you should find it there. Thanks a lot.